Hey guys, this is David with HIS Plumber. We've got a customer. We had just installed a Rinnai exterior tankless unit, and then they called us a few days later and said that they're getting an error code 63. Now this unit is one that does circulation, and when we replumbed this house, we put in a dedicated circulation loop around the entire house, so they always have hot water within just seconds. Upon the phone call that the homeowner gave, he stated that the water authority had just recently replaced his meter, and when he came home and turned on water, he had brown water, dirty water coming through. So we're about to find out what's going on with this. I've already removed the lower panel, and I'll show you a little tutorial on how to service these things. Okay, so you can see I removed the cover off of here. There are actually two screws, one up high, one down low on either side of the unit. I've removed that. I've also removed the screws that we have on our lower panel, our outside cover panel for our pipe. If you look at this now, you can see we've got pipes inside here, our water lines, and what I'm about to do is I'm getting an error 63 code that was showing up on this unit right here. There's that code right there. That's telling me that it's having a flow problem. So I'm going to first check, since I know the water company just put in a new meter and we know the homeowner had some dirt coming through. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the filter that's on this unit and clean that out, and I'll show you where that's at. Okay, so inside of here you can see we have a series of valves. This is the cold line coming in, this is the hot coming out from the circulation of this water heater. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be turning off this valve. I'm then going to turn off this valve. This is going to isolate this unit. At that point, right up above here, there is a filter, and this filter is what I'm going to remove and see if it has debris on it. So I'm about to turn these valves off right here and right here. That will isolate the water in here. I've already turned the unit off, and at that point I'm going to remove this filter and we'll see how much debris is in it. As I started to loosen this up, one of the things I'm going to do is, this is a drain valve. I'm going to go ahead and pull the pressure off of this drain valve. I'm going to release some of the pressures in this unit, and then I will fully finish removing this filter. Pressure from this valve right here, it's very easy to unscrew this filter, and of course some water will drip out. But my objective is to see if there is some dirt in here. So this has got a little screen that comes off of here. You can take this out, and if we look inside of here, maybe you can see the sediment that's come through. Doesn't look like it's a whole lot, but it can be enough to slow the flow down, and I can check that as well. So definitely want to get that cleaned out, because that's some debris that when the city put in their meter, that they got created a little restriction in here. Okay, so I kind of completed that. As you saw, I took the filter out that was down below, and I flushed it, and we got some debris. After that, I turned it back on, and now the unit is no longer flashing the error code 63, which is basically a low flow symptom coming through. So it wasn't able to allow enough flow. I think it needs 2 gallons or 2.5 gallons a minute to put into circulation mode. So now if we look at the code, we don't see the flashing code. Perhaps you can see that we have the temperature set at 135. So at this point, I'm gonna go into the house. I'm just gonna double check a few things, make sure we've got air out of the circulation line. That's one more thing I need to do. And then once I do that, I would sort of just check the programming on this unit as well. But it looks like everything's well now, and that's how you resolve an error 63 code. You can check for flow as well, but your symptom on a low flow is always gonna be there's either air in the line or an obstruction. In this case, we definitely knew the city did some work. Homeowner has some debris in their line, so we needed to first flush and clean that. And part of what I performed as well after I cleaned that out was I bled the unit out. I flushed it out right here outside as well. So I'll be putting this back together. Homeowner will be back in service with this brand new tankless system that we put in, and show you a picture of what it looks like when it's all back in order.